Good morning, class. Standard 10 PT. Today I'm going to give question and answer which are not able to find correct answers. Section A, the health and agents. Regarding that, I will give the questions and answer. Listen carefully and write. It is in your textbook. Which are the question I'm giving and answer giving, just mark it on your textbook. Health and agents, section E. So first question is define health educations. So answer I'm going to give. If you have this video, you can have your textbook and mark it. Answer is health education is a process that informs, motivates, and helps people to adopt and maintain healthy practices and lifestyles, advocates environmental changes as needed to facilitate this goal, and conducts professional training and research to the same end. This is health educations. So next question, write any two important career options in physical educations. So answers are rehabilitation specialist, physical therapist. Provides services that help restore function, improve mobility, relieve pain, and prevent or limit permanent physical disabilities of patients suffering from injuries or disease. The example as a yoga instructor, this career has good prospects as the need of society is coming up more toward yogic practice. Thus, yogic techniques help to give therapeutic effect along with overcoming over stresses of life. For this is a career, one must have good experience of performing and educating yogic techniques. So this is option of the physical education. Next question, mention any three factors that influence the growth and development of an individual. So it's one of the lengthy questions you have to read. Answer also lengthy. The factors influencing growth and development of individuals are gender. First point, gender. The gender of the child is major determinant among the factors affecting physical growth and development of a child. Boys and girls grow in different ways, especially nearing puberty. The boys tend to be taller and physically stronger than girls. However, girls have faster growth during adolescence and excel boys who mature over a longer period of time. The physical structure of their bodies also has differences, which makes boys more athletic and suited of physical rigorous. Their temperaments also vary, making them show interest in different things. This is the first point. The second point, nationality. The country in which the children live has a great influence of the individuals that they turn out to be. The schools they attend, neighborhood and opportunities offered by the community or the some of the social factors affecting child development. Living in an enriching community plays a role. How much the child is involved with the community, uninteresting communities can push some children to not to go outside often but play video games at home instead. What part of the world you live in as cultural practice that shape the child thoughts, attitudes and behaviors. Even the weather of the place influences children. Third point, nutrition. Nutrition is a critical factor in growth of as everything the body needs to build and repair itself comes from the food we eat. Malnutrition can cause deficiency diseases that adversely affect the growth and development of children. On the other hand, the overeating can lead to obesity and health problems in the long run, such as diabetes and heart disease. A balanced diet that enrich in the vitamins, minerals, proteins, carbohydrates, and fats is essential for the development of the brain and body. These are the important things. Next question, give any 6 components of balanced diet. So this is also important. Answer the components of balanced diet. First point, proteins. Proteins are nutrients that help to build the body and make new cells. They help use in the repair of worn out tissues. They are especially important for growing children. They are called bodybuilding food, milk, eggs, cheese, pulses, meat and fish have lots of proteins. Second thing, carbohydrates. Carbohydrates gives us energy to work. Sugar and starch or carbohydrates, potato, rice, bread, banana and grapes are rich sources of carbohydrates. These are called energy giving food. The third one, fat. The fats provide us twice as much energy as carbohydrate. We can store extra fat in our body to be used later. Butter, ghee and nuts are rich resources of fats, but too much of fat can lead to disease like blood pressure, heart problem and obesity. Fourth one, vitamins. Vitamins are needed by our body in a very small amount. They keep us healthy by helping the body to fight against disease. They also help our eyes, nerves, gums, skin, etc. to work properly. Fifth point, minerals. Minerals are also needed in a very small quantity to keep us fit and healthy. Calcium is a mineral used by building bones and teeth. It is present in the milk. It is present in milk and green leafy vegetables. Iron is another mineral which helps our blood in carrying oxygen. These are called protective foods. The last one is water. Almost 2/3 of our body is made of water. Water helps our body to work well and maintain our body temperature. We need to drink at least 10 to 12 glasses or approximately 6 to 7 liters of water every day. So these are the 6 components which lead balancing diet. Now second questions, define physical educations. So most of people still you are studying physical education, you don't know definition of the physical educations. Now you just take physical education is an integral and important part of the educational process which is learned through playful activities. It tends to bring desirable changes in the behavior and attitude of individuals towards progress. Physical education is not limited to games, sports, or exercises. It aims at complete development of the personality through physical activities. Next question, mention any 4 ways of preventing injuries. Right. Answer, the sports injuries can be prevented by observing these simple steps. There are 8 points are there, you have to write only 4 points you have to write. First one, warming up before the event of training. Second one, cooling down after the event or training. Third one, maintaining physical fitness. Fourth one, use of correct gear and equipment. Fifth one, maintaining the equipment properly. Sixth one, regular update knowledge about the sport or activity. Seventh one, always wearing the recommended protective gear. Eighth one, adequate rest intervals between workouts. So any 4 you can answer this. So next question is, give any 3 principles of sports training. There are 6 points are there. You have to write only 3. Let me read out 6 points. You can get which is the easy for you. You can write. First point, principles of individuality. Each athlete responds differently to the same training stimulus. There are many factors that alter the training response: genetics, maturity, nutrition, prior training, environment, sleep, rest, illness or injury, motivation, etc. Second point, principle of specificity. Energy pathways, enzyme system, ENZYME systems, muscle fiber types and narrow muscular responses adapt specifically to the type of training to which they are subjected. For example, strength training has little effect on endurance. Conversely, endurance training activates aerobic pathways, which little effect on speed or strength. A well-rounded training program contains a variety of elements and involves of all the major muscle groups in order to prevent imbalances and avoid injuries. A third one, principle of progression. According to this principle, the overload should not be increased too rapidly. If the overload is increased too rapidly, it may result in injury or muscle damage. Exercising above the target zone can be dangerous. The principle of progression also makes us realize the need for proper rest and recovery. The constant overload can lead to exhaustion and injury. Next, principle of overload. The training load must be higher than the load of normal daily activities. Training loads must be increased gradually, however, to allow the body to adapt and to avoid injury. Varying the type, volume, and intensity of the training load allows the body an opportunity to recover and to overcompensate. Loading must be continued to increase incrementally as adoption occurs. Otherwise, the training effect will stagnate and further improvement will not occur. Fourth one, principle of adaptations. Adaptations to the demands of training occur gradually over a long period of time. Efforts to accelerate the process may lead to injury, illness, or overstraining. Many adaptive changes reverse when training is not an adequate one. Sixth point, principle of recovery. It is a well-known fact that the body regenerates during rest and becomes better and stronger than before. So the training programs should be conceived in such a way that there should be proper rest and interval between training activities. So you can write 3 points in this. Next question, state any 3 sources of proteins. This is also important. So answer, milk, eggs, cheese, pulses, meat and fish. Any 3 you can write this answer. Now question 3, mention any 4 factors affecting physical fitness. So answer, any 4 you can write. Each one is half of marks. The various factors that affected physical fitness are: first one, hereditary. Hereditary factors play a very important role in affecting the physical fitness and wellness. Size, shape, stature, and height are involved in hereditary factors. Second point, nutrition. Nutrition or balanced diet improves our wellness. Unbalanced diet and malnutrition affects the physical fitness and wellness. Third point, environment. Untidy, dirty and polluted environment affects the physical fitness and wellness. Safe, clean and hygiene help to maintain the environment. Fourth point, training. Proper training is an essential factor affecting the physical fitness. Proper training increases in the ability to a great extent. Proper training means availability of proper facilities and guidance of appropriate methods of training. Fifth point, illness. Disease and injury greatly affected the physical fitness. We should follow the obstructive and remedial measure which does not affect the physical fitness. Sixth point, self-motivation. The individual must be self-motivated to be physically fit. All other factors can be overcome if one itself motivated to be physically fit. Seventh point, emotional stability. When we take any types of stress, tension and worries, it reduce our physical fitness. To maintain physical fitness of the body, a person must be emotionally stable. Eighth point, lifestyle also affect physical fitness of an individual. It plays an indirect role in influencing physical fitness. It has been observed that the people who have improper lifestyle are likely to less physical fitness. Any 4 point we can write in this. Second question, explain briefly psychological development through physical educations. The psychological level of an individual can be developed with the help of physical education. Various physical activities not only require physical strength but also need alertness of mind, deep concentration and precise movements. The study of physical education also includes understanding techniques of the game, rules and regulations, anatomical and psychological, physiological studies, understanding balanced diet, etc. Thus, physical education improves the knowledge of individual, enables him to face and solve new situations and problems. In this way, his psychological development takes place in different forms. So next question, why is warming up and cooling down important in sports? Now, advantages of warming up. Any 2 point, there is a 4 point, you can write in 2 points. Increase body temperature, decreases muscle viscosity. Third point, increases muscle speed. Fourth point, increases nerve impulses. Now, advantage of cooling down, proper removal of waste products. Second point, regularizes body temperature, restoring muscles back into place. Fourth point, reducing level of adrenaline in blood. Adrenaline means the blood flowing proper in easy way, no obstruction. Without that, freely you can flow. So any 2 you can write in this advantage. 2 to each. Cooling down and warming up. From cooling down 2 points and warming up 2 points. Now, next question. Mention any three sports related injuries. Right. The sports injuries. First one, muscle strains. Second one, shin splints. Third one, bone injuries. Fourth one, plantar fasciitis. Fifth one, tennis elbow. Sixth one, a low back pain. Any 3 point you can write in this. So today's lesson up to 30 marks question I given. So you can write completely. We have textbook. You can find out, write correct. If you are not understanding my videos on pronunciation of English, some may be confusion. We can go through your textbook, or you may ask me. Good morning, class. Stay safe. Stay home.